Boy oh boy, do we have some drama today. Mark Rober, a guy who makes videos on the internet but feels the need to remind people of what he previously did. I don't know, maybe it's some form of insecurity. Just to be clear, a former NASA and Apple engineer posted a video currently on the YouTube trending list with not far off 10 million views, where he posts the video entitled, "Can you fool a self-driving car?" Now, these are direct quotes, by the way. This is the YouTube trending list right now. 9 million views within 24 hours. Incredible numbers. The guy certainly knows how to YouTube. So, first of all, the title of this video, "Can you fool a self-driving car?" Who wouldn't want to click on this? What's that? The Tesla's, oh, it must be a Tesla on full self-driving, right? Well, Mark seems to be getting a little bit of criticism and negative feedback on this very legitimate video that isn't a hit piece. I have no idea who Mark voted for in the most recent US presidential election. Wait, why would I even say that? But he's getting a lot of extremely valid criticism. Mate, Kevin posted an excellent reaction to this video with a caption here on X. Tesla would have a strong case to sue Mark Rober for false advertising and misleading an audience. Tesla would not have to prove damages, instead would only require a tendency to deceive a substantial portion of the intended audience. Tesla would probably win. Now, personally, I think it's a little bit too petty for Tesla to go after not retarded, very smart he was ex-NASA and Apple engineer, but it's probably beneath Tesla to go after people with severe Elon derangement syndrome. I'm just kidding. I'm sure Mark loves Elon. There's definitely not a group chat going on between Mark and Angry Thumb and a tech reviewer who said Lucid made a much better product than Tesla. I mean, a software-driven product. Yeah, Lucid's got a much better product than Tesla. Try the software, you idiot. So there's definitely not a group chat going on behind the scenes. Hey guys, some people in my comments are saying that Elon bad. And plus, every time I say Elon bad, I get lots of clicks and views. Should we go full Elon bad, guys? Don't know why I said that either. That's definitely not happening. So I highly recommend watching Kevin's full takedown of this if you want some thorough analysis. Really great. Best video Kevin's ever made that I've seen, although I don't necessarily watch them all. So there's that. But it's a great video. Highly recommended. In fact, I literally said great video because it truly is. So here's Mr. Fucked Around and he's now finding out who posted this. Quote, "Here is a raw footage of my Tesla going through the wall." Yeah, that's right. You can see in the distance here. They essentially blew up a gigantic photo of what the landscape would look like behind this, created a totally unrealistic, non-real world scenario to try and trick a Tesla. Now, to be clear, by the way, Mark is a GOAT YouTuber, massive numbers, very entertaining, and also thoroughly scripts and plans all of his videos. There's a huge process behind this. So they've got this wall, they've got a Tesla vehicle, and Mark's been receiving a lot of criticism. Exactly why? Well, this video was entitled, "Can you fool a self-driving car?" Thumbnail literally has a Tesla. You can see the Tesla display, right? In a Tesla vehicle. And some internet sleuths have almost immediately noticed. In fact, I'm going to tell you what happens, and we're going to play the video. They've noticed that before this alleged collision into the pre-cut wall, for dramatic effect, you notice the little sharp edges, this full like Wile E. Coyote sort of stuff. Beforehand, autopilot disengages and, wait, autopilot? Isn't this about self-driving cars? Why is this not Tesla FSD? Yeah, good question. So I'm going to play this full clip. Here's what happens. Mark, from a standing start, floors the Tesla to 40 miles an hour. Then, 3 seconds before colliding with this fake wall in this totally unrealistic scenario, engages autopilot, yet autopilot then disengages about a second before the collision. So let's just watch this, because this poor dumbass thought that this would exonerate him from the valid criticism, and all it's done is further implicate him in either being retarded, but obviously he's not retarded because he's a former NASA and Apple engineer, don't you know? Or, well, actually I don't know what the other or would be. Do you guys have any ideas? If he's not retarded, why would he do this? Why would you floor it to 40 miles an hour and literally 3 seconds before you collide with this ridiculous fake wall, engage autopilot, which then either he manually disengages by moving the wheel or touching the brake, or it just disengages itself. It's like, take over, bro, there's a problem here. Why would you do this? So let's watch the clip where Mark erroneously thinks he's exonerating himself.
Here we go. Here we go. Holy shit!
So anyway, here's the video from Mork. Did I pronounce his name right? Anyway, so I haven't watched the whole thing yet. Only portions that are relevant. And I thought, hey, popular video, nearly 10 million views. Why not have a sniff around? First of all, well, I've got a link here to a sponsor. Hang on. Never underestimate the power of freaking lasers. Now get it? Freaking lasers. Have fun learning to think like an engineer and get 2 free boxes at crunchlabs.com/LiDAR. Now that's interesting. Do we have a referral link from Mark? And it's not crunchlabs.com/Rober or Mark or former NASA and Apple engineer. No, it's LiDAR. Geez, that's a bit fucking weird. why would a video, which the pinnacle is the Tesla, failing this test, have referral links and it's LiDAR? Like, for example, when I continue to tell you guys to drink AG1, my link is drinkag1.com/SMR, as in Stephen Mark Ryan. This is really weird. LiDAR HP. Let's continue. Oh, now this is interesting. Thanks to Luminar for allowing us to test their LiDAR-equipped car. They provided the vehicle for testing purposes, but no compensation was given. This was not a paid promotion. Now, I wonder, who contacted who? Did Luminar reach out and go, hey, Mark, we got an idea for a video? Does Mark have some former NASA and or Apple engineer friends currently working at LiDAR? Hey, did you hear Elon bad? Hey, we work at LiDAR company Luminar. Hey, Mark, do you want to collaborate? Or maybe Mark came up with this idea of totally not trying to damage Tesla at all and reached out to Luminar. Bit sus. But wait, there's more. Sorting comments by newest first. Let's check out the pinned comment. Never underestimate the power of freaking lasers again. Another, crunchlabs.com/LiDAR. So the reason I've sorted these comments by most recent is just to potentially mitigate the possibility that there could be somebody making comments disappear. By the way, I haven't seen evidence of that. I haven't even looked at them yet. But just, it's always better if you see a video like this with lots of numbers. You want to get a valid idea of the kind of feedback that's coming through, to sort by most recent comments, just to get a gist of what's flowing through right now. So let's see what is coming through. Oh, the very first one 1 minute ago. Mac Roba is a very respected influencer, but I'm very disappointed. It's terrible. The next one, super cool, educational, and entertaining and funny. Pliant to watch. Congrats on the achievement and the tests. Cheers. Fantastic video. Really appreciate your effort. You claim you were using autopilot for all the subsequent tests, but on the water test, the car is driving on the double yellow, something that autopilot is incapable of. This is pretty misinformative. Disappointing. Uh-oh. Disney legal department has entered the chat. Dems are reeling. Can't figure out what to do. Lol. Bro, what a great comment that is. Why would you use autopilot and not FSD? This seems disingenuous. Very disappointed. Now, I just got to take a moment here. Congratulations to Mr. Rober for destroying his reputation. There's no coming back from this. Now, obviously, some people find this video entertaining, but people are aware of the discrepancies, the inconsistencies, the disingenuity, are clearly disappointed. You can't come back from this, Mark. Congratulations, bro. You fucked around and you are finding out. The next one, and by the way, this is why I sorted by most recent comments, because this is what's flowing in now. Minutes, right? These are in sequence. I'm not going to cut out any. I'm going to read the good and the bad and the ugly. Next one. There's thousands of people who use full self-driving on a day-to-day basis. We can tell the difference. You may be able to fool your audience, but you won't be able to fool us. There's literally hundreds of videos about FSD. How can you be so disingenuous? By the way, if I were wearing a tinfoil hat and if I were a conspiracy theorist, I would answer this by saying, well, clearly the guy's got Elon derangement syndrome, which is probably a mutated strain of Trump derangement syndrome, which is probably the result of living in a massive leftist bubble and or the large tech YouTuber group chat. I'm just kidding. Why would I say that? Next one. Thanks for sharing this. Learned a lot. Next one. If Tesla stock goes down tomorrow, I know who to thank. The next one. And people have been demanding Tesla use LiDAR for many years now, but Elon has stubbornly refused. Next. He didn't have autopilot nor FSD on when he hit the kid. He was driving the car. No blue lines on the road on Tesla's screen. This is straight up fraud. I hope you lose all your money from the lawsuit from Tesla and lose your YouTube channel. Love this video. Keep up the great work. Next quote. Why is the stock of that great LiDAR company down 99%? Wait, what? Maybe in the video they're referring to Luminar. Air rack thinking we wouldn't see him. Lol. No idea what that means. I don't want to cause a stir here, but during the final test in the Tesla through the wall, the screen showed that autopilot was off. Can you explain that? I know someone who brought in cremated remains to Disneyland. I think that's Vietnamese. Won't translate that. The auto-translate may butcher it. Finally, an actual useful video. A quote from Elon. LiDAR is a fool's errand. Why is your iPhone disguised as a pixel? What? Tesla AEB should have worked with autopilot off. AEB in any car should work 100% of the time, but that would require non-camera sensors. Let's go, Canucks. Is it Canucks? I don't even fucking know. You explained this so well, thank you. Was that an air rack in blah, blah, blah? Cool. I hope both Disney and Tesla sue. What a bunch of nonsense. In before Doge shuts down Mark Rober. Wow, I used to be a fan of yours, but this video is shameful. Blatant lies non-stop. So I think we'll take a pause here. Congratulations, Mark. Like I said, there's no coming back from this. But I ain't done digging. Actually, I ain't done sharing things that other people did digging. Check this out. From Max on X. Lol, looks like Mark Rober edited in a pixel image over the iPhone he was recording with. You can see the iPhone in the reflection. So, not sure if you guys can see super up close, but It looks like somebody's maybe photoshopped a G in. It just looks too out of place and almost rotated a little bit up that way. Anyway, went a little bit down the rabbit hole, and I'm sure Mark himself wouldn't have done this, although maybe the editors did. But why would you even? Who cares? Unless maybe there's like some Android sponsorship. I don't even understand that. Weird, especially from a former NASA and Apple engineer. More discussion. If you watch the video, you'll see someone wearing a Luminar shirt riding along. Luminar are a maker of LiDAR equipment. The, quote, mistakes are there to intentionally shape outcomes, including conducting the tests the way they did. This is a low-key promotional ad, lol. And here we have, I kind of wonder, is he okay? It might just be the freeze frame, who knows? Yeah, dude, on this right now, that G is so sus. It's so sus, dude. It's too dark. Doesn't look natural. But anyway, maybe I'm hallucinating. So, dude here is in a Luminar shirt. Huh. By the way, nothing wrong there. Right? Obviously Luminar's there to show off their LiDAR-based vehicle. But guy puts out a video that's clearly, at best, retarded and accidentally dumb and inaccurate, or at worst, intentionally disingenuous and or fraudulent, harming Tesla to a large audience, nearly 10 million views. And you have a company using LiDAR who Elon previously and famously has said anyone using LiDAR is doomed and LiDAR is a fool's errand. Just tell you what, dude, it doesn't look good. Now, you've got an external shot, a literal Luminar branding on the vehicle as well from the video. Uh-oh. Did I just get blocked by Mark? What's going on here? I had this open a second ago. Anyway, let's have a look here. Have we gone full? Oh, wow. Dude, this wasn't happening before. Do some stalking and a new thing. It appears... these posts are protected. Wow, shit's currently hitting the fan here. When I popped this window open previously, this wasn't limited. But anyway... Somebody was replying to something. I truly don't want to believe Mark did this intentionally, but the car isn't even on autopilot when it crashes. This is disappointing, Mr. Roba. Let's reply. Oh, you're right. Autopilot isn't even on when it crashes. This is the last frame before it crashes. Although I wouldn't be surprised even if FSD did actually crash. True, right? You engage at the last second, real life looking scene. But Mark is being dishonest. And you can see the internet sleuths nailing it, right? Another one, man. Not only was it not on FSD, as the video says, well, it doesn't say FSD, it says self-driving car, but close enough, right? A typical 95 IQ viewer of Mark's channel is probably going to assume that it's on FSD because they hear about FSD full self-driving. The title of the video is, ready for it? Can you fool a self-driving car? It wasn't even on autopilot. Yeah, again, super sus. And the ironic thing right now is the current narrative that Elon bad, Orange Man bad, Department of Government Efficiency bad. Check this out. This will stun you. No, really. Actually, it won't stun you if you're a regular viewer because I've been saying this shit for weeks, months actually, but it'll stun more infrequent viewers of the channel.
First of all, the mood of the country. This really jumped out. We asked folks, is it on the right direction or the wrong direction? That 44% you say right direction, that's up since November. And if that doesn't seem like a lot,
Okay, just look at this. Look at this. November, month of the election. 27% of people say the United States is heading in the right direction. Now at 44% and not far off a doubling in the first few months of the Trump presidency. This is stunning. But wait, there's more.
The last time it cracked 40%, you got to go back to 2012.
Okay, now, as someone who isn't a former NASA and Apple engineer, I'm not very good at maths, so let me just calculate. Hang on. 2025 minus 2012 equals 13 years ago. 13 fucking years, bruv. There are people watching this channel who aren't even 13 years old. That was the last time that this poll of US residents was at 40% people saying country's headed in the right direction. Not 44, just 40%. But wait, there's more.
The last time it actually hit 44 or higher, January of 2004. So a lot of this is...
Brother. Oh, now again, I'm not very good at math because I'm not a former NASA or Apple engineer. So let me just do the math again. 2025 minus... Wait, that's the minus button there, the horizontal one. Minus 2004 equals 21 fucking years. It's been more than 2 decades since the last time this poll spat out 44% of people saying the US was headed in the right direction. In other words, in terms of sentiment, now obviously there's a lot of people who are skeptical and pessimistic and the world's turning to shit and blah, blah, blah. So there's always got to be a negative drag. You're not even going to get 50% of people. Unprecedented levels, not seen in more than 2 decades of people think the US is heading in the right direction. Why is that? Well, because Orange Man Bad now is in the office. Elon Musk is helping with the Department of Government Efficiency. Yet, the narrative right now, Elon Bad. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty shameful stuff from Mark, but obviously it's just a totally innocent mistake. He's not part of the Elon Bad, Orange Man Bad, left-hearted group delusion. Now, I've just done a search on YouTube. I'm actually logged in this time. You'd hope that YouTube would tailor the results a little bit more toward me. Like, for example, I don't watch CNN, the Crisis News Network, ever. I will occasionally do it in an incognito tab, but I don't want it in my watch history because I don't want to get recommended this horseshit fake news legacy media outlet. Some weird thing, by the way, about YouTube is it always prioritizes these fake news networks over independent content creators. But anyway, I've searched simply for Tesla. Then I've filtered by, as you can see, videos uploaded today. First thing, protesters gather outside Tesla showroom from the Crisis News Network. And none of these people are paid, obviously. And if you hear evidence to the contrary, well, that's obviously just a far right-wing conspiracy because none of these people are paid at all. Next one. Meet Kevin absolutely ripping Mark a new one with some facts. Great video again, I recommend it. The next video. Musk protests target Tesla. Another mainstream media outlet too, so weird. Next one. Honk if you hate Elon. Anti-Tesla protests across UK. Another. Tesla owners in Venice say they've received troubling, let's zoom out a bit, troubling letters over association with Elon Musk. And we've got some more fatherless, totally not paid protesters here. Oh, God. Something. No FUD here from the Electric Viking. Shout out to Sam. Tesla smaller Model Y, 20% cheaper to make. Next, Tesla trying to convince Trump to stop trade war. From Valuetainment, selling your Tesla in protest. Congrats, you just made EVs cheaper for others. By the way, Valuetainment, great guys. Next, more. Oh, God, this is so funny. Again, totally not paid. Protesters at Tesla showrooms grow nationwide. Oh, protests at Tesla showrooms grow nationwide, including in Silicon Valley. From the San Francisco Chronicle, another media outlet. US Senator calls Musk an asshole and vows to ditch Tesla. Because if you don't say publicly you're ditching Tesla, how would anyone know you're a good person? Next, Vermont protesters at South Burlington Tesla dealership. Again, they're totally not paid. Next, actually, you know what? Tesla vandals are actually retarded from Asmon Gold Clips. You know what? Let's watch this one. It's very short. 1:34. By the way, you know what? Can I pause this? I don't know. That chick, actually, that might be a dude. Uh-oh. And I think that's a dude who's like poisoned himself with estrogen. I'm not going to assume, actually. Their pronouns are TB/D. I'm going to guess, okay? All right, let's see here. This is either Portland, Oregon. I'm really going out on a limb here. Seattle or Colorado. I can just feel it, dude. Now, of course, there's more shit here. If I keep scrolling for ages, look, more fake news from media outlets. Protests, backlash, protests. I'm not even kidding, right? All I searched for was Tesla. It's almost entirely FUD. So let's watch this quick clip from Asmon Gold. I don't even know. Is that how you say his name? Asmon Gold. All right, let's watch this. By the way, he's absolutely right. Tesla vandals are actually retarded. I mean, bro, the vehicles are covered in cameras. And vandalizing Tesla on camera isn't actually going to make your father coming home after leaving to get the milk. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, God. There's another one. It's smart to get your fingerprints on it. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah, there you go. The Oman Police Department in Utah just released a video of what's described as a skirt-wearing sweater lover vandalizing a Tesla.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I got nothing. I think bro's face says it all here.
Why is it all? The man that keyed a Cybertruck. Oh, wait. Oh, there's another one.
Yep, they're handcuffing him. No. Oh, what? Take a picture.
So many subreddits are going to go unmoderated tonight. Love them.
Holy fuck. Dude, that was a ruthlessly intelligent comment there. If you guys don't understand that, right? Reddit mods a bunch of self-hating basement dwelling, soy-poisoned virgins. Guaranteed, this guy's a Reddit mod. That was the point, and he's kind of got a point. Reddit's full anti-Elon at the moment, too. God, that was a funny call.
Moderated tonight. Love them, police make a second arrest. Wait, there's another one, too. Oh,
yo, look. CO, Colorado, right? Is that Colorado? It is. Ah, nice. Called it.
my God. Arson, criminal mischief, possessing explosives, and incendiary. Uh-oh. I think we got ourselves a terrorist. A leftist arrested after drawing a swastika on a Cybertruck belonging to a Jewish man in New York City. He fled the scene without his car and came back an hour late. What a retard. Why would you
yeah, I mean, absolutely a retard.
Come back?
What you doing?
Wait, it's backwards. There's layers to this level of retardation, gentlemen. Might
I gotta say, this guy's actually pretty entertaining.
be a mirrored video, but then it wouldn't say Elon. The E would be the other way around. So the way you fight Nazis in the year 2025 is by painting swastikas on Jewish people's cars.
Yeah, exactly. Retarded is a massive understatement. And now, from extremely retarded to extremely smart former NASA and Apple engineers, more on Mark's extremely reasonable video. The title of his video was highly misleading, having a fully equipped LiDAR vehicle and a Tesla with only autopilot running, which didn't seem to be on in the end, and then calling this a fair comparison is simply absurd. He was aware that this was going to mislead people. More digging, by the way. Tesla Autopilot was disabled before impacting the Mark Robot LiDAR versus vision-only video. This video was a paid... By the way, no one's confirmed this, right? This is just somebody posting this on X. I don't think it was paid. Mark may... I mean, conspiracy alert. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if I was, right? If I was, and if I was also far right-wing, a total Nazi, which I'm not, but if I totally was, I might say, well, the real payoff here was gaining some brownie points among your totally left-hearted group of friends who are all currently in the group chat saying, Elon bad. But obviously, I'm not a right-wing Nazi conspiracy theorist, etc., so I wouldn't say that. But anyway, this person wrote, this video was a paid sponsorship by Luminar, who he thanked in the description, and their site advertises his video. Oh, now that's a bit sketch. This video appears to be a disingenuous smear campaign. Hang on a minute. Are you serious? Bro, you can't make this up. Look. I got to check if this is real. Hang on. All right, we're on the Luminar website. I don't know. Learn more. Go updates, maybe that's where it is. So I was having a little bit of trouble finding this, right? So I decided to search directly for this because I couldn't find it on their website. But here's the text, the live text. So this is the page apparently that this text is on. So we're just going to copy, so I can copy paste just this portion of it to search on the page and make it easier because I can't actually find it. And it's still not coming up. That's weird. Maybe if I zoom out far enough, maybe it's hidden. That's weird. We're now going to search the source code. Here we go. Wait, what's going on here? What the fuck is with this source code, brother? You know what? It is there, by the way. I can see it in the source code, right? Comes up here. So it's somewhere. It might be one of these little drop down type of things. Learn more? Nope. Is there anywhere I can expand something here to find it? Learn more? Nope. That's a new window. Learn more. I'm being pretty thorough, guys. I want to give them a fair chance. Weird. Well, the good news is this text does appear in the source code on the Luminar website. So let's assume this was at one point on the Luminar website. Maybe it's disappeared now, or maybe it's only on the mobile version of the site. I don't know. But we've seen the source code on the actual Luminar website, right? The text is here. It does exist. In fact, let's do a search with the inspector. Here we go. Okay, what's this? Okay, so the code, it's still here. Well, the old web dev in me could probably go digging. It's either mobile only or they've hidden it. One of the two, or maybe something else and I don't know. So anyway, let's assume that this was on there. That's kind of weird. Why would the official Luminar website, at least temporarily, have had an very obvious banner highlighting this video from a very intelligent former NASA and Apple engineer? How curious. I mean, are they doing a capital raise or an earnings report soon? Just doing a search here, by the way. Check out the Luminar stock price. September 2024. Hang on a minute. December? Where the fuck is the December 24? Wait, don't tell me they've yet to report there. Oh no, bro, we're going full tinfoil hat here. Uh-oh. Oh man, I didn't think this video was going to be this deep. You guys are seeing my thinking and research process in real time. Maybe Google hasn't pulled the latest info. Luminar earnings, December 2024. Are you fucking... Bro! My spidey sense is unfucking defeated. Look, Luminar is expected to report earnings. This is the December 24 earnings. On the 20th of March 2025. I'm recording this in Australian time, Australian date, on the 17th of March. Is it possible that this video was scheduled intentionally to appear in the weekend prior to the week that Luminar reports their most recent quarter, and it's probably going to be a disaster? I'm just... total coincidence. I don't know why I said that. So anyway, back to the Luminar stock. Is this company on the verge of... Holy fuck, dude. 99.11% down from all-time high closing price. All-time down 96.55%. So let me get this straight. YouTuber who wasn't paid at all, post video, at best retardedly uninformed, and at worst intentionally harmful to Tesla, at the same time deep-throating Luminar's vastly superior technology. Look, it didn't crash because LiDAR... Oh god, that's disgusting. But I'm leaving it in there. I don't give a fuck. I can't believe I did that. But hey, we're doing this in one take. I'm going to probably regret putting that on the internet. But anyway. So stock shitting the bed. Earnings reported this fucking week. Video posted over the weekend while markets closed. Harmful to Tesla. Deceptive at worst. Or totally accidentally ill-informed at best. Extremely positive toward Luminar. Has referral links in the fucking video description that literally are /LiDAR. Yeah, bro. Alarm bells here. Hey, Mark, you're never going to recover from this, brother. So anyway, back to the internet sleuths. Here's one from Hallmark's catalogue. Mark Rober. Should we show how Luminar LiDAR-based cars perform much better in dense urban traffic? Luminar. No. Our systems can't do that. Mark Rober. Should we show how much better it is than Tesla at driverlessly operating in parking lots? Luminar. No. Our systems can't do that. Mark Rober. Well, what is your system better at? Luminar. Well, you know how in Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote would always... By the way, is it Coyote in the US? It is in Australia. I think it might be Coyote. Anyway, would always drive into the wall because Roadrunner painted a road on it? Well, our system should be able to perform better on that if we compare it to a 5-year-old version of autopilot. We can't use FSD as the latest occupancy network would probably detect it, just like how a human can see with their eyes. Mark Rober. Oh yeah, that happens to me all the time. That's much more important to your average driver than those first few ideas I had. Alright, so just finally, I can't help myself. I've been recording for, I don't know, like 20 minutes or however long this video is. I'm just going to sort the comments again by newest first because it's doing big numbers this video. So, let's see what else has flowed in since I recorded those little reactions. This was exactly what I needed, thanks. His theory could be, quote, self-driving car versus full self-driving car. Self-driving equals autopilot. Let's say somebody's calling out the difference here. Bangla dubbing, not clear. Okay. Oh, Bangladesh maybe. Awesome video. Looking forward to the next one. Love this video. Keep up the great work. As mentioned below, autopilot was off. Great job. This video was very useful. Nice video. Reported for spreading misinformation. Fraud. Wow. What I learned. Don't go out in the road ever if a Tesla is anywhere near the street. See, here's the problem, right? Mark. There are people out here, I mean, possibly low IQ or just very ill-informed, not sure which is which, who now have a perception that Tesla vehicles are extremely dangerous. I'm going to read this again because this could, I mean, I hope Tesla doesn't sue, but if they did, shit like this probably going to appear as evidence. What I learned, as in what I learned from watching this totally legitimate video from Mark Rober. Don't go out in the road ever if a Tesla is anywhere near the street. That LiDAR is rather amazing. Autopilot is not FSD. FSD was not used in this video. FSD is much more power than autopilot. You hit kid by yourself, not by FSD. Laughing. This video was amazing. Learned a lot. Bro had autopilot off. Such a disappointment. Engaging autopilot 4 seconds before impact. Actually, it was about 3, maybe 4. High air rack, you cutie. What the fuck? Oh, I've seen this name a few times. Maybe there's a chick called Air Rack. Air Rack. Sounds like something you go over to Brazil to get. Next one. How do I know the car wouldn't have stopped if there was just a lot of water and no buoy? Not FSD. Dude's getting obliterated here. Love the dunk on Tesla. Oh boy. Another foreign language comment here. Next. Yeah, that's why I bought a real car and not a tech demo. Imagine being someone that actually buys a Tesla. Lol, we laugh at you, not with you. Says Backcountry 91 from his parents' basement, age 43. Still yet to even see, let alone touch a tit. This is lane keep / auto steer, not autopilot. So, I mean, rest in peace, Mark's reputation. I hope it was worth it, bro. By the way, spoiler alert, it wasn't. You can't come back from this. Sad to see. I think it's official. The extremely intelligent former NASA and Apple engineer has fallen. So has the angry thumb. So too the tech reviewer who claimed that Lucid made a better vehicle, importantly an electric vehicle, aka a software-driven product, so the software really matters, than Tesla, and I believe also announced he was selling a Tesla vehicle and totally didn't vote for Kamala Harris. Who am I even talking about? I don't know. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail, legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more, don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month's supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.